right, everyone. Welcome back to Automotive Anatomy. Today we have Muoi.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. First female in the channel. So thank you so much. So tell us, what do you drive?
I have a 2000 Honda Civic.
Nice.
Yes.
Where did you pick it up and how long have you had it?
I think I've had about 2 years, two and a half years already. And I picked it up in San Luis Obispo from a friend who's selling it.
And so why the Civic?
So I had a Miata before and I drove that for about 3 years, pretty consistently. But I started being around VTEC Club a lot more because Amir, he helps organize it. So I was just always around VTEC Club and I just really fell in love with the Civic and I had to have one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your background in cars. Did you start liking cars out of nowhere, or how long have you liked cars?
I've liked cars for a very long time, probably when I was like 16, 17. I was just around a lot of friends who were like already into cars.
Okay.
And I remember my sister picked me up in her boyfriend's STI at the time, so I really like enjoyed that at that age. And from then on, it just, you know,
kind of
flew from there. Yeah.
So when you're looking for a Civic, you come up this one. What was your vision for this one?
I didn't have any vision for it first. All I knew was that I wanted a white Civic, and like the model year 2000, it's the only year that they came in white, and I just had to have it. But it wasn't until maybe 4 months later where we wanted to build it for a series, and from there, that's when I was like, okay, like I really just wanted a fast, semi-fast time attack car. That's a Civic.
Semi-fast.
Yeah, semi-fast.
Hi, Muoi. So tell us, what do we got going on in the front?
Okay, so I have a Battlecraft hood. Our friends at Battlecraft, this is their company, so they molded this hood a long time ago and lent it to me to use. This is an Arios Japan bumper. I bought this about 2 years ago and I haven't put it on until recently, like in October. And then I have a Jay's Racing fenders. Okay. Yeah.
Why did you want to go with this type of front end?
It's different. Not a lot of people have them. Mm-hmm. A lot of people run like C West or J Blood or something else, but like no one. I only know one other person in SoCal that has this bumper, but it's a very unique looking bumper. Yeah. Okay. It kind of like went with the style that I wanted it.
Super aggressive and clean. So
yeah.
I don't know if that was your style you were going for, but it's perfect.
Thank you.
Cool.
And I add these carbon fiber little inserts.
Like the fog light plates?
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about your suspension pieces. What do you have going on?
So I have Exceed SSD coilovers, and we replace a lot of stuff. We have a lot of PCI, a lot of spherical bushings. We have a lot of toe arms, control arms, everything that you can really think of on the suspension of this car has been replaced.
Has been modified?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your wheel and tire setup.
So I have 15x8 plus 35 T37s, and they are wrapped in Yokohama AO52s. So these are 225 front and 205 rear.
Is this the wheel that you were picturing with this style, or is just the wheel that you
it was I love bronze wheels. All of my cars have had bronze like TEs on them, so it just it fit with this car. Yeah.
It's an amazing combo that we have. What are the future plans for suspension, big brake kit, anything like that?
So far nothing for brakes because right now they work, and I don't want to change anything that is already working. Suspension wise, I do want to try something different, maybe some like double adjustable coilovers. Because now that like the driving is a little bit getting a lot better, I want to see what something on the higher end would do in terms of like driving. But other than that, everything is as like what it is right now.
You're comfortable with it?
I'm comfortable. So right now I just want to like maximize what I already have out of it before I start doing more to it.
And you've seen yourself improve as a driver as well.
Yes.
So that's a good thing. What kind of side skirts?
These are C West side skirts. Yeah, and I have a Exceed rear spoiler.
Okay.
Yeah, so those are most of the body.
All right, Muoi. So tell us, what do we got going inside in the interior?
Okay, so I have this Brid Cusco seat, Sparco harnesses, the hybrid racing shifter, which is really nice. And this is a prototype. It's a Battlecraft like steering hub or steering. Yeah. And they let me borrow this one because my arms are too far, so I need to be a little bit closer. Nice. So that was their solution for me. I have a Type R CTR cluster, and that's really it. It's very simple, auto power roll bar, and a lot of track dust everywhere.
Nice. Mm-hmm. I like how you have kept half of the car in the interior, and then the rear is so gutted.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because this car is actually still street driven. So I drive this car to and from the track. Nice. I don't tow it. So I want to keep it a little bit friendly.
Sure.
Yeah.
What are the future plans for the interior?
I do eventually want to, for the interior, I want to for sure gut everything out one day.
Ooh,
like
so you are
take out.
Full gutted.
I do want to, yes. But I don't think that's going to happen for a little bit longer. And I want to add another passenger seat, a matching passenger seat. But other than that, I'm fine with it the way it is. Oh, and repaint the interior. Right now it's a little bit dirty, and white's not very friendly on the stuff that I have to carry in it. Okay. Yeah.
Sweet. Wow, this is beautiful. So tell us, what are we staring at?
We are staring at a built B16B motor. So this motor I bought from someone in Vegas, but it ended up not being a true B16B. Ooh. I guess whoever had it before or whoever they bought it from changed out most of the internals.
Oh, that's
so comparing my this B16B to other cars that had B16Bs, like my car was considerably slower than theirs, and we were just always kind of like wondering why, but never really knew until we took it apart. So last year I made the decision to get it built. So now we have like BC valve tray and BC stage 2 cams. We have a LS crank in there. Pretty much mostly everything was replaced in here. Rods were replaced. So now it makes a healthy 194 wheel horsepower.
Wow.
It was meant more for reliability, especially because this car does a lot of like track days throughout the year. And we have
what kind of transmission?
So this is an ITR transmission, but it has short gears. Oh. It has a gear X like 345, a 4.4 final drive, and cause 1.5 LSD.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it's a great setup.
Now, what do you usually what track events or what track days do you actually go and do?
We do a lot of Buttonwillow, Chuckwalla a couple times a year, Lost Streets Willow, Big Willow. Those are probably the main tracks that we frequent out here.
Which was your favorite?
Probably Buttonwillow.
Yeah. Why is that?
It's just a fun track. It's the like track of the like West Coast, you know, like the time attack track.
What are the future plans for the engine compartment?
Maybe eventually pull everything out and respray everything, just so it, looks a little bit nicer. Because right now I think like I have most of the mechanical suspension, everything like set up, but now it's kind of like just making it like look a little bit prettier. Those are like. And
sticking with the B series.
Oh
gosh, here we go.
I was very, very adamant on keeping it B series. I wanted to keep it period correct in this car. But now that, like you get faster, you kind of have that urge to get more power. So I feel like maybe eventually it will go okay. One day.
And
but I want to maximize what I have in this car first.
while keeping it naturally aspirated?
Yeah.
Okay. No turbo in the future for you?
I don't think so. I'm really big on like reliability, and I don't fix anything myself. So if something breaks, I don't know what to do.
Amir can do it.
Amir could, yes, but I want to. He has his own car problems to figure out. So, and I really like NA power. I feel like when you accomplish something NA, it feels good.
Like a true track rat. Love it. Sweet.
Yeah.
All right, Muoi, so tell us, any future plans that you may have forgotten and any shoutouts?
I think the only thing that I would probably want to do in the future is just really probably upgrade some of the suspension stuff and maybe get a little bit more power out of the car.
Okay. Nice. More power. Go boost. Yay.
We'll see.
Any shoutouts?
I'd like to thank Amir, number one boyfriend who helps me out all the time. And Battlecraft, because they were a big help in helping me build this car in the beginning, and just support from the last couple of years. Koyorad, they give a lot of trackside support as well. And there's a lot of other people, but I don't remember them.
Anybody who's helped out throughout the build, so that's awesome. Just want to say thank you so much. I appreciate it. Amazing car. I will be including some footage of you ripping on the track, and it seems like every single time you're getting faster and faster and more comfortable. So can't wait to see this in in the future, and hopefully all those plans that you have do come true, because it's going to be a monster.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. All right, Muoi, so tell us any future plans that you probably forgot about and any shoutouts.
Okay, this is gonna be like really weird because I don't really have Okay, wait, hold on. Let me think about this really quick. Actually, I think these are. Don't include that. I don't remember, but I know.
I'm gonna include that. That's.
Is that the Civic?
Yeah.